Welcome to Mrs. Allen's General Education Classroom. I have 24 students. 3 are in special needs. We have one who is on the autism spectrum, who has a one-on-one. And unfortunately, he's not here today. He's absent. And Miss Mack, who takes care of him, is reassigned for the day to Timmy, has behavioral disorders, and they're on a mind reset walk this morning since he had a little issue this morning. And he will then listen to the pre-recorded story when he gets back. I have 9 ELL students, 3 on level 1, 3 on level 2, and 3 on level 3. Our reading unit this week is about bats and how we can help them survive. Today we're going to do a read aloud with the story Stellaluna. It's a big fiction picture book written by Janelle Cannon, also illustrated by her. It's a book about a baby bat and what happens to her. This is to give the students a different perspective on how bats survive. We read a story yesterday that was all informational. So, without further ado, we're going to read Stellaluna. Here we go. In a warm and sultry forest far, far away, there once lived a mother fruit bat and her new baby. On how Mother Bat loved her tiny baby. "I'll name you Stellaluna," she crooned. Each night, Mother Bat would carry Stellaluna clutched to her chest as she flew out to search for food. One night, as Mother Bat followed the heavy scent of ripe fruit, the owl spied her. On its silent wings, the powerful bird swooped down upon the bats. Dodging and shrieking, Mother Bat tried to escape, but the owl struck again and again, knocking Stellaluna into the air. Her baby wings were as limp and useless as wet paper. Down, down she went, faster and faster, into the forest below. All right, our word today is swoop. Who can tell me what swoop means? Now, before you answer, listen. I'm going to reread the sentence that it is in. On silent wings, the powerful bird swooped down upon the bats. So who can tell me what swoop means? Amir, you have your hand up. Thank you. It means to fly down and then back up. Very good. What gave you that clue? Well, the picture did. See the picture? The birds, the bats are flying down, and then they come back up. Very good. And you're right. You use pictures for your content. Very good. The dark, leafy tangle of branches caught Stellaluna as she fell. One twig was small enough for Stellaluna's tiny feet. Wrapping her wings around her, she clutched the tiny, thin branch, trembling with cold and fear. "Mother," Stellaluna squeaked. "Where are you?" By daybreak, the baby bat could hold on no longer. Down, down, again she dropped. Flump! Stellaluna landed head first in a soft, downy nest, startling the 3 baby birds who lived there. Stellaluna quickly clambered from the nest and hung out of sight below it. She listened to the babble of the 3 birds. "What was that?" cried Flap. "I don't know, but it's hanging by its feet," chirped Flitter. "Shh! Here comes Mama," hissed Pip. Many, many times that day, Mama Bird flew away, always returning with food for her babies. Stellaluna was terribly hungry, but not for that crawly things Mama Bird brought. Finally, though, the little bat could bear it no longer. She climbed into the nest and closed her eyes and opened her mouth. Flop! In dropped a big green grasshopper. Ew. Ugh. Stellaluna learned to be like the birds. She stayed awake all day and slept at night. She ate bugs, even though they tasted awful. Her bat ways were quickly disappearing. Except for one thing, Stellaluna still liked to sleep hanging by her feet. Once, when Mama was away, the curious birds decided to try it too. When Mama Bird came home, she saw 8 tiny feet gripping the edge of the nest. "Eek!" she cried. "Get back up there in this instant. You're going to fall and break your necks." I'm sure some of you heard that. The birds clambered back into the nest, but Mama Bird stopped Stellaluna. "You are teaching my children to do bad things. I will not let you back into this nest unless you promise to obey all the rules of this house." Stellaluna promised. She ate bugs without making faces. She slept in the nest at night, and she didn't hang her by her feet. Stellaluna behaved as a good bird should. All right, here's our next word. Clambered. Okay, hold on. Let me read the sentence that it's in. See if you can figure this out. The birds clambered back into the nest, but Mama Bird stopped Stellaluna. All right. Winner, you have your hand up. It means to climb back up into the nest. Well, how did you figure that one out? See the picture? It shows her climbing back into the nest. So you used a picture to help you figure out the words. Very good. All the babies grew up quickly. Soon the nest became crowded. Mama Bird told them it was time to fly. One by one, Flip, Flitter, Flop, and Stellaluna jumped from the nest. Their wings worked. "I'm just like them," she thought. "I can fly too." Pip, Flitter, and Flap landed gracefully on a branch. Stellaluna tried to do the same. How embarrassing. Here's our next one. Embarrassing. Ready? How embarrassing. It's sort of a short sentence, isn't it? Sort of hard to decipher as to what that word might mean. Well, let's go back further to the page before it. Pip, Flitter, and Flap landed gracefully on a branch. Stellaluna tried to do the same. How embarrassing. Who can tell me about that one? Maddie, you have your hand up. It's when something happens that you don't want somebody else to know because you didn't do it right. Very good. That is a very good explanation of embarrassing. Things you don't want somebody else to know. "I'll fly all day," Stellaluna told herself. "Then no one will see how clumsy I am." The next day, Pip, Flitter, and Flap and Stellaluna went flying far from home. They flew for hours, exercising their new wings. "The sun is setting," warned Flitter. "We had better go home, or we'll get lost in the dark," said Flap. But Stellaluna had flown far ahead and was nowhere to be seen. The 3 anxious birds went home without her. All alone, Stella Luna flew and flew until her wings ached, and she dropped into a tree. I promised not to hang by my feet, Stella Luna sighed. So she hung by her thumbs and soon fell asleep. She didn't hear the soft sound of wings coming near her. Hey, a voice said. Why are you hanging upside down? Stella Luna's eyes opened wide. She saw a most peculiar face. I'm not upside down. You are, Stella Luna said. Ah, but you're a bat. Bats hang by their feet. You are hanging by your thumbs. So that makes you upside down, the creature said. I'm a bat. I'm hanging by my feet. That makes me right side up. Stella Luna was confused. Mama Bird told me I was upside down. She said I was wrong. Wrong for a bird, maybe, but not for a bat. More bats gathered around to see the strange young bat who behaved like a bird. Stella Luna told them her story. You ate bugs? Shuddered one. You slept at night? Grasped another. How very strange, they all murmured. Wait, let me look at this child. A bat pushed through the crowd. An owl attacked you? She asked, sniffing Stella Luna's fur. She whispered, You are Stella Luna. You are my baby. You escaped the owl? Cried Stella Luna. You survived? Yes, said Mother Bat as she wrapped her wings around Stella Luna. Come with me, and I'll show you where to find the most delicious fruit. You'll never have to eat another bug as long as you live. But it's nighttime, Stella Luna squeaked. We can't fly in the dark, or we'll crash into trees. We're bats, said Mother Bat. We can see in the darkness. Come with us. Stella Luna was afraid, but she let go of the tree and dropped into the deep blue sky. Stella Luna could see. She felt as though rays of light shone from her eyes. She was able to see everything in her path. Soon the bats found a let's stop right there. Can anybody tell me what this is over here? Carlos, you had your hand up. It's a mango. I eat them all the time. Well, very good. Can you describe a mango? Is it a fruit? A veggie? Meat? Potatoes? It's a fruit. And it's, I don't know, kind of squishy on the inside. But it's sweet. Very good, you're right. What color is it, Carlos? It's kind of yellowy, orangey, sort of. Very good. That's a ripe mango. They are good. Let's try this again. Soon the bats found a mango tree, and Stella Luna ate as much of the fruit as she could hold. I'll never eat another bug as long as I live, cheered Stella Luna as she stuffed herself full. I must tell Pip, Flitter, and Flap. So, what kind of bat is Stella Luna? Darius. A bat that eats fruit. Because yesterday we talked about a bat that eats mosquitoes. Yes, some bats eat mosquitoes. You're right. Very good. The next day, Stella Luna went to visit the birds. Come with me and meet my bat family, said Stella Luna. Okay, Let's go, agreed Pip. They hung by their feet, and they fly at night, and they eat the best food in the world, Stellaluna explained to the birds on the way. As the birds flew among the bats, Flap said, I feel upside down here. So the birds hung by their feet. Wait until dark, Stellaluna said excitedly. We will fly at night. When night came, Stellaluna flew away. Pip, Flitter, and Flap leaped from the tree to follow her. I can't see a thing, yelled Pip. Neither can I, howled Flitter. Shrieked Flap. We're going to crash. Grasped Stellaluna. I must rescue them. Stellaluna swooped about, grabbing her friends in the air. She lifted them to a tree, and the birds grasped a branch. Stellaluna hung from the limb above them. Yes, Lily? You have your hand up? That word again. Swoop. You're right. Very good. You're paying attention. You picked that out. What's it mean? Do you remember? It means to fly down and up. Like when you bend over and you swoop up a piece of paper off the floor. Oh, very good connection. We're safe, said Stellaluna. Then she sighed. I wish you could see in the dark, too. We wish you could land on your feet, Flitter replied. Flip and Flap nodded. They perched in silence for a long time. How can we be so different and feel so much alike? Mused Flitter. And how can we feel so different and be so much alike? Wondered Pip. I think this is quite a mystery, Flap chirped. I agree, said Stellaluna. But we're friends, and that's a fact. Very good. Now, I need you quietly go back to your seats. Thank you.